Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to some more Cafe Stella. We are in Meihio Chidani's route right now. Just started, so we're pretty fresh into it, and it's already been pretty good. Like, I'm actually very impressed with it. Very excited to see where it's going. I've heard the romance is a little bit slower in this route, but that we're going to have more emphasis on the butterflies, which is actually my favorite part of the game. So, not complaining there, but I am curious to see how we're going to end up in a relationship with Mei, because I think she actually has some good chemistry with Kosei. I'm very curious to see how they're going to end up branching their relationship together. So we are just going to continue on, and we are right before Christmas, so we'll see what happens. Christmas Eve. Although I had to step away for a little while to attend a class, once it was over I went straight back to helping Suzune-san, who had been hard at work since morning, making cakes. Both Nozomi and Akazuki-san have been helping out in the kitchen as well, while Hiochidani-san, Shiki-san, and Mikado are in charge of dealing with the customers. It seems our cakes are selling out almost as soon as they come out of the oven. We must have gotten even more orders than I thought. I'm once again reminded of just how amazing of a baker Suzune-san is and how popular her sweets are. The afternoon came and went, the sun began to set. Normally things would be settling down, but today this is when the rush of customers is coming home from work start to arrive. In other words, our peak hours are only just beginning. Gosh, I can only imagine how many cakes they're having to make right now. Frickin' Nozomi's so worn out. After working all day without a break, the three of us are dead tired. Even Suzune-san's face is showing signs of fatigue. While we desperately wanted a break, though, there was no time for that. Wow, so we're that busy, huh? That's true. It's very funny watching this after having played Parquet, because they had a problem where they were trying to order a cake, but it was so close to Christmas that nobody was willing to make them one. Like, they all, from my perspective, had limits on how much orders they could take, just so they didn't have this problem. So it's very funny that in this game they're having that problem making the cakes. I wonder if that was at all connected somehow. But it wasn't an impossible amount, we're nearly there. Putting aside the chit-chat, we throw ourselves back into our cake making. After finishing up the last few orders, we finally get a moment to catch our breaths. And with our cakes now completely sold out, we decide to close up shop a little earlier than usual. That's probably a good idea. I never stepped out of the kitchen today, but there must have been a crazy number of customers. I mean, I hope y'all, took some kind of break, or at least went to the bathroom. I mean, that would be, kind of gross if you didn't. I mean, the other thing they could have done is just limit it to advance orders, and if for some reason they had additional, cakes, they could have just sold them, on the day of, but could have just had people register for them. Yeah. Coming for someone on the kitchen side, you don't know the half of it. Yeah, that's not what you want to hear. Like, okay, today was super busy, but we're gonna be busy tomorrow as well.
この勝機逃したくないですね。鈴音さんの負担が大きいのは心配ですけど。
Like I said before, guys, I have no idea how Suzune-san does it. Like, if she got sick or something, we're screwed.
負担はみんな一緒でしょ。売れる時に売っておかないとね。明日も頑張んなきゃ。そうですね。明日に備えて今日はしっかりと休みましょう。
I think that's a great idea, Kana. I like that.
お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様でした。
After cleaning up, wiping the place down, and changing their clothes, everyone made their way home. Hiyujanani-san and I, however, stayed behind to tell Akizuki-san and Mikado about what happened at the mall yesterday.
そうか。無事蝶を捕まえることができたか。
はい。はい。
Yeah, but I think there's more to this.
なぜそんな血走った目で私を見る？
今日は猫ちゃん携帯には。
I like how she didn't even say cat yet, but you heard the Neko part, so you already know what she's thinking about.
ならん。
わかりやすいほどテンションが落ちましたね。
Yeah, Mikado, she's gonna get a butterfly hanging around her if you don't give her what she wants.
まったく。愛玩動物ではないぞ、私は。
Yeah, no one's saying that. You're our mascot, duh.
はい。すみません。
それで、蝶を捕まえた後、どうなった？
She gained so much confidence. It seemed to brighten up considerably, and I'm positive the change was due to the influence of Hiyujanani-san's power. But assuming we are right about her being love-struck, she'll most likely become depressed again if she's dumped, so we have to monitor her situation again if that happens.
メイさんのことは気づかれていませんね。はい。近づいてないし、気づいてはいないと思います。
もっとも気づかれていたところで、メイのおかげで心が軽くなったとは思わんだろう。
Yeah, I don't
無事
think she
蝶
would
を
have cared.
捕まえることはできた。あとは放てるようになれば、メイも一人前だな。
頑張ります。練習は私たちがいる時にしてくださいね。うっかり蝶を解き放ってしまったら、周囲にどんな影響が出るかわかりませんから。
Huh, how much you guys want to bet that's what's gonna happen? Something crazy.
はい。
ご苦労だった。今日はゆっくり休むといい。
お疲れ様でした。はい、お疲れ様でした。
Alright, you as well.
先輩、よかったら少し寄り道しませんか？
You know, this is your route, so that's what you get to do. If you invite me somewhere, of course I'm gonna go. I was about to just suggest the same thing. You want to go see how that woman's doing, right?
気になっちゃって。見に行ってもお店にはいない気はしますけど。はい。
I mean, is the mall open this late? I feel like it's like very late in the day.
やっぱり。
Guess she isn't here.
どこかでデートでもしてるのかな?
It is Christmas Eve, you know? You usually spend time with someone you care about. Maybe. Probably not out here at the mall, though.
ある意味職場ですもんね、ここ。でも人いっぱいだからいたとしても探せないですね。
True, nothing but Christmas couples as far as I can see. Even Shidani-san takes a couple of steps away from me. Aww, she's feeling shy about it. That's adorable. I love it. I don't know. I wasn't sure how I felt about May. I just felt like we hadn't got much time with her, right? But I actually really like May's character. I do think that she's probably one of the most, like, down-to-earth interesting people. She doesn't have anything supernatural going on. I got a comment that was saying that she probably has the least to do with Kosei in the first place, as far as, like, she's not a childhood friend. She didn't get, like, mixed up with the whole butterfly business. She's kind of just, in some ways, the furthest away from him, right? But I think that's what makes her the most interesting to me. So I'm very excited to, like, see how this relationship develops. I think that, like I got in another comment, I do read all your guys' comments, and I really appreciate them. I do, like, try to reference them in my videos. I do think that... Frick, where was I going with this? Although the romance might be a little bit slow burning, I actually think this is going to be one of the better ones. Obviously, like, Nozomi, childhood friend, you know, it'd be good, right? But I'm more excited for this one. I hope this one's really good. I've heard Suzune is good. So let's see how this one goes.
私たちも一応男女のペアなので、
That is true.
そういう風に見えるかなって思ったら恥ずかしくなって。
Yeah, that's kind of what she's getting at almost.
あ、そういうことじゃなくて。
I could see why Kosei would think that. You really aren't good with romance and stuff, are you?
苦手というか、慣れてないというか。
Yeah. The romance is a little bit hard though, just because I think Mei is probably the youngest of the group. Probably even younger than Nozomi, I would imagine.
先輩、私のことどう思ってますか？
Well, there we go, guys. Okay, what do you mean this route's slow? We're already progressing into a relationship here.
なんか思わせぶりになっちゃいましたけど、そういうことではなく、
What other way could you mean this, huh?
普通に印象です。私の印象。
Kosei, you could use this so well to your advantage. You could really pivot this into a relationship, but he's not going to.
冷たいとか絡みにくいとか。
I don't know. I don't think Mei is very difficult to approach. She's very friendly and outgoing.
本当ですか？
Really, if anything, you're the opposite. I've always thought you were very cheery and easy to talk to.
そっか。よかった。じゃあうまくできてるのかな。
I wonder if Mei before was like the kind of person who was a little bit like antisocial and closed off, and maybe that's why she's like so worried about like trying to be outgoing now.
ちょっと話がそれますけど、私お父さんとお母さんに話したことあるんです。でも冗談だと思ったみたいで。
Yeah, I'd imagine they would just say, "Oh, that's just some child thing, you know, that you're doing."
前髪伸ばしてるのも、なんだろう。そう、中二病みたいな。
Yeah,
そういう
Chunibyo.
のだと思ってます。
Interesting.
それで思ったんですよね。ああ、理解してもらえないんだって。普通じゃないんだって。
I feel like that's every kid at some point where they feel like they're not understood very well, at least by their parents and probably by other people as well. Definitely thought that before.
それから人に話すのをやめました。それがトラウマっていうのは大げさですけど、ちょっとあるんですよね。心のどこかで引っかかってる。私は理解してもらえないっていじけたり。
It's pretty funny that we think that as kids, though, because our parents probably had the same exact thing going on in their lives where they thought they were misunderstood too. And in reality, they probably do understand you a little bit more than you realize. But, you know, there's still certain expectations that you have as a parent of your child, right? And I've kind of learned that as I've, you know, become a father, just because, you know, I expect certain things of my daughter, even though she's like only 1 year old. You know, she's not very old. She can't really like even talk yet. So, but there's things I want for her in life, right? And she's probably gonna want something different. So it's very interesting. You know, I probably will understand her struggles pretty well, but it's like she won't see it that way. I'm just kind of preparing myself for it. It's just gonna happen.
本当の私を隠していることに負い目があったり。
But you know, in her situation's a little bit different. She can literally see something that other people can't. So
普通じゃないって自覚してるから、周りから浮いてないかなって、実はいつも不安です。
what do you mean? If anything, you're always the center of attention. Out of all of us, you're undoubtedly the best at handling customers. Everyone at the cafe relies on you.
ありがとうございます。私、喫茶店のアルバイトずっと続けたいです。
I don't know. I'm still holding to this. I thought this for a while, ever since May was kind of introduced as a character, that something is going on in her life that's like an outside force that makes her want to come to the cafe because it feels like a safe place for her. And like I'm totally like, I don't know, just the vibe I get. I could be like way off base, but I feel like there's some kind of insecurity she has, or like something that she has going on with her parents, like maybe just a bad home life, or maybe just an uncomfortable home life. I don't know. I've always got that impression, because when she says things like this, where I wish I could work at the cafe forever, who wants to work at their job forever, right? Nobody. So it just makes me seem like, or it makes me feel like there's something exterior in her life that like makes her want to retreat away from her normal responsibilities and just like work at the cafe. I don't know. That's just my thoughts.
やっと私の全部を知ってくれる人たちと出会えてすごく嬉しいんです。
Yeah, like this line here too, it makes me feel like people at the cafe understand her, right? But like maybe not outside of that. So maybe at school, maybe she feels like she doesn't fit in, or that she's bullied. I don't know. Like I have no idea if that'll be a part of a novel at all, but just the way she like says things like that makes me feel like there's something else going on.
いつもクリスマスとかあんまり興味はなかったけど
She'd been staring at the mall's decorative Christmas lights this entire time, but all of a sudden she turns to face me instead. Then she gives me a deep bow. Springing back up, she grins at my puzzled expression. I should be used to seeing her smile by now, but for some reason the look on her face makes my heart skip a beat.
今年は最高のクリスマスです。恋人はいないけど私のことを理解してくれる人と一緒に過ごせました。ありがとうございます。先輩
You know, we could change that. You could have a wonderful year and a boyfriend by the end of the year. That would be nice.
気がついてくれて
Glad I could help you be yourself.
はい
And that's what you should. You should find someone to be in a relationship with that makes you feel like you can be yourself. Like, not to say that being yourself means you shouldn't ever become a better person. Like, you should always try to improve, right? But you should feel comfortable if you like making jokes all the time to find someone that is willing to, I mean, for lack of a better word, tolerate it, okay? Or maybe someone who likes to make jokes too, and you guys can both make jokes. Like, that's what I mean. Like, find someone who lets you be comfortable with yourself and that you can be your best self around. Feeling embarrassed, all I could manage was that bland response, but Hio Chidani-san seems genuinely happy, smiling even more broadly.
なんかすみません急に語り出しちゃって反応に困りますよね
I don't know. I feel like he should just go for it. He should just try to make something out of this. I mean, there's obviously chemistry. I feel like she gets along with him really well. She feels comfortable around him. It's just so ideal. And it's like, Kosei, just say something. Just take initiative here. I know he won't, but I want him to so badly. Got in a bit of an unusual situation of my own, actually. I understand how it feels not being normal.
変わった状況です
There's a bit of a problem with my soul, you see, and I'm looking for a way to fix it.
それって私手伝えますか
Yes. Yes, you could. I hesitate for a moment. I can't exactly tell her, go out with me and I'll solve everything. You could say that, just not in those words. You could just say, hey, you know, I was told that I'm just pretty lonely in life, and like, you know, make something happen here. If I was the sort of person capable of being so brazen, I wouldn't have done something as outrageous as turn back time in the first place. I'm not sure what to do with myself, to be honest.
そっか手伝えることがあったら何でも言ってくださいね
Yeah, I definitely feel like in that moment, maybe not the right way to just like go into it right there. But you know, this is a good segue to it. You know, this experience will help him in the future, right?
あそうだめっちゃ話変わりますけど
Okay.
スムージー飲みましょう
May, you had enough smoothies. You don't want that much sugar, okay?
ですね今日は怒らせてください
If this was a date, you should have just said so.
ダメです。おごります。
Seeing your grades go up was reward enough for me.
ダメです。絶対おごっちゃいますから。行きましょう行きましょう。
I will say though, mall dates are pretty chill. I've been on a mall date before. It's very nice to just hang out, relax. Together we weave our way through the holiday crowds. Unlike the other couples around me, I wasn't able to find that special someone to spend Christmas Eve with this year. You're literally spending time with someone right now. You're just not calling it a date. Because you're not confident enough. Shaking my head. Nevertheless, I had the distinct feeling that I'd grown closer to Hiyochinani-san. You're not calling it a date, but this is an experience that will build up to you guys dating. So I'll take it. It's been a few days since the craziness of Christmas, and things have largely returned to normal at the cafe. The end of the year is fast approaching. Today happens to be our last day of work before then.
Open から約2ヶ月ですか。
幸い順調に売り上げは伸びている。特にクリスマスの2日間が凄まじかったな。
Oh yeah, I bet.
最高でしたね。
季節イベントの重要性を実感できた。味を占めてお正月も何かできないか考えたんだけど。
I definitely think we could do something for New Year's. I just don't think it'd be as big as our Christmas one.
何かしますか？
思い直した。年末年始まで働いてもらったら完全にブラックよね。
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Some workplaces, it's just how it is, you know? If there's a demand for stuff, then of course people are going to have to work on the holidays. Scummy rhymes with yummy. Okay, go safe. What? Just so random to chime in with that.
Huh?
Thank you, not see. I don't know why that was so funny. So random. I don't know. I thought it was hilarious. I'm sorry, just ignore me.
高峰さんは妙なはっちゃけ方をする時がありますね。ウェイ事件といい。
So I've never played Persona 5, but I've seen some lines from it, and that just reminded me of that. Like some of the characters in Persona. Great. He definitely has a strange habit of making unfunny jokes. Right of the whole dude incident. Oh, that was a bad time. Please don't bring that up. Why do you still remember that?
ウェイ事件？
No, Nozomi, don't ask.
何を勘違いしたの
Oh
か
no.
語尾にウェイ
Oh no. Okay, we were having a rough day, okay? Please stop, I'm sorry.
後で教えて。弱み握っておきたい。
No, just shut up right now.
わかりました。まあ、高峰くんの話はどうでもよくて。すみぞめさん。
Oh, thank goodness, we're shifting away.
はい。
すみぞめさんのお家って神社よね。
That is true.
はい、そうですよ。
Technically, I was supposed to be the one to inherit it, too.
参考までに聞きたいんだけど、年末年始に何か特別なことってしてる？
Ooh, I wonder if we're gonna do another stand.
特別。おみきを振る舞ったり、前の奉納はしますね。あとは、おみくじは？おみくじは一年中してるよ。でも年始にする人がやっぱり多いかな。
Oh, I didn't know they did that.
うまく取り入れられないかな。
I mean, I guess they do the, what is it? Do they pull sticks or they pull the little cards? I don't know. I guess that's probably what they're talking about. I was thinking of fortune telling like like a crystal ball or something.
フォーチュンクッキーとかいいかもね。中に入れるのは衛生的に問題があるから、注文したお客さんに引いてもらうとか。
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Like, what if someone just like took a bite out of that and discussed on the paper? That'd be kind of gross.
ああ、いいですね。後で少し相談に乗ってもらってもいいですか？
うん、いいよ。仕事熱心なのはいいですが、 休むときはしっかりと休んだ方がいいと思いますよ。
Yeah, all we do is think about work.
ああ、ごめんなさい。
このまま話し込んでしまいそうですし、そろそろ解散しましょうか。皆さん、お疲れ様でした。
Well, alrighty then.
夏目さん、この後うち来る？
いいですか？
いいよ、どうせ暇だし。
Oh, that's sad. If it was your route, we could be doing something.
ありがとうございます。
のぞみさんも一緒に帰ろっか。昴生はメイさん送ってあげなよ。
Okay, fine. Guess I have to walk May home. You know, it's her route, but...
昴生くん、メイちゃん、またね。良いお年を。
Alright, happy holidays. Alright, see you guys.
すみません。最近いつも送ってもらっちゃって。
Yeah, it does feel a little bit forced now, okay? It's like, the first time was fine. You know, she was having a bad day. Now it just feels a little bit weird. Especially because we're not in a relationship. Because somebody here won't say anything. No big deal, your house isn't that far, and it's dangerous for you to be walking home at night anyways. Hey, you didn't care about in the other routes, okay? You never did this before. If anything, I should have been doing this from the start.
ありがとうございます。先輩、年末年始どうするんですか？
I don't know, you tell me. Probably just gonna chill in my apartment the whole day.
おじいちゃん家とか行かないんですか？
No, my dad's like gone all the time. What do you mean? I don't have anybody to spend the holidays with. No, I'd go see my dad, but I doubt he's coming back for New Year's. What about you?
うちは31日におじいちゃん家行きます。
Well, frick.
多分2日に戻ってきますね。おじいちゃんが打ったお蕎麦を親戚みんなで食べるんです。
Well, I mean, I'm happy for you, but that's not good for us. Well, that sounds nice.
一人だとおせちとかも食べないですよね。
Nozomi usually brings me some or invites me to eat with her family.
そっか。幼馴染ですもんね。
Frick, you messed up, my guy. This isn't Nozomi's route. Don't mention her. Yeah, I always thought like I was imposing since the New Year is usually a busy time for them. So this year I'm just planning to laze around at home by myself.
じゃあ先輩が暇しないようにめっちゃライムを送ります。
Okay, there we go. I like it. Thought you were gonna be celebrating with your relatives. Don't waste your time messaging me.
暇なら作りますよ。親戚と話すより先輩と話す方が楽しいですもん。
Pretty much what I did with my wife. We would just message each other during other events. We would be out like having fun doing our own things, but we would just be messaging each other instead. Talk about straightforward. I can feel myself blushing a little. Oh, just to clarify, I was talking about like when we were dating, not after we were married, because we would have been just hanging out with each other. So no wonder I'm still a virgin.
年が明けた瞬間に明けましておめでとうございます。
Not if I message you first. Sorry, I just baby barfed in my mouth reading that.
どっちが早いか勝負ですね。じゃあ先輩、ありがとうございました。
You know, you're welcome. Don't mention it. I'll see you next year.
良いお年を。
Hate people who say that. It's like, oh, I haven't seen you since last year.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
The more days off I have, the faster time seems to go by. Although I hadn't spent the entire time lazing around, the holidays were over in a blink of an eye. Tomorrow it's back to business as usual at the cafe. I received a message from Hiyu Chidani-san online. Since she'd been messaging me quite frequently over the past few days, I never felt bored even though I was alone for the holidays. She returned from her trip last night, so I'd assumed her messages would stop coming, but evidently not. Hey Kosei, this is called she's into you, okay? She wants to establish something, and you should probably be the one to say something. I mean, or she'll have to do it first. Apparently she wants to drop by to bring me some osuchi. Osechi? Osechi. I don't actually know what that is. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's probably a holidays thing. I just don't know. I'm not Japanese. What time can I come over, she asked, to which I reply, I'm free anytime. I should probably clean up a bit before she gets here, but not even a second after the thought crosses my mind. What the? My doorbell rings. She couldn't be here already, could she? Maybe it's Suzune-san. Coming, I walk over to the door and open it.
どうも。
Lo and behold, it is Hiyu Chidani-san. You get a ride here? I wasn't expecting you so soon.
実は近くまで来ちゃってて、先輩に連絡するの忘れてたって慌てて。
Oh, is that so, huh? Okay, well, come on
お
in.
邪魔します。
Sorry about the mess. I didn't have time to clean up.
いえいえ、急に来ちゃった私が悪いので。
Make yourself a home. I'll get you something to
買っ
drink.
てきましたよ。先輩の分もコンビニで。
Okay, let's freaking go. That's so nice of you.
相当寒かった。
Well, you can come in and we can warm you up. She shrugs off her jacket before sitting down. I sit across the table from her.
改めて
Happy New Year.
今年も1年よろしくお願いします。どうぞこちらをお納めください。おばあちゃん作のおせちです。
Dang, that's so nice of you. I mean, it's different. Like, okay, Nozomi always brought us food, right? And, like, I always appreciated that, at least. Hopefully Kosei did. But this is different, because, like, she went out of her way. Like, this isn't a normal, everyday thing. She went out of her way to bring us some of her grandma's homemade osuchi as a gift. Isn't that so nice? You mind if I eat some right now?
どうぞどうぞ。あ、割り箸も持ってきましたよ。
Kind of funny, because I always think of chopsticks as disposable, but yeah, I mean, we do own some pears that, like, obviously you don't throw away, but I'm just so used to if you go out, you know, like, those are always disposable ones.
お茶、緑茶とほうじ茶買ってきましたけど、どっちがいいですか？
I didn't even know there was such thing as red tea. Okay.
はい、どうぞ。
Thanks, you're always so thoughtful, Hiyuchidani-san. Hiyuchidani-san.
その評価、すぐひっくり返りそう。
Gosh, her last name is such a mouthful to say. You're about to take that compliment back. What do you mean?
どうぞどうぞ、食べてください。
Okay. So, I'm playing like pretty early in the morning right now. Haven't ate anything, and this sounds so good. Just, I'm guessing this is like noodles or something. It's killing me. There's only kelp rolls in here.
そうなんです。それ私の大好物なんですけど、
うん
おばあちゃんが毎年たくさん作ったからね。でもたくさんありすぎて消費しきれなくて、というわけでお裾分けです。すみません、真っ黒なおせちで。
Oh, okay. So it sounds like osechi is like more like kind of like it's like a bento box type thing. I'm guessing it's supposed to have like different foods in it. Well, that's fine. It's the thought that counts. Mind if I go ahead and eat?
どうぞどうぞ、私も食べます。あ、中身変かもです。
Odd in what sense?
普通はお魚入れるみたいなんですけど、おばあちゃんお肉入れるんです。
It's all the same to me.
あ
I'll eat it.
と人参とかごぼうとか根菜。
That doesn't sound too bad. Let's see. Take an apprehensive bite. The moment I bite into it, dashi broth oozes out of the kelp, sending a mild sweetness throughout my mouth. These taste really good, actually.
よかった。私もほんと好きなんです。いただきます。うまい。
Your grandma must be an amazing cook, Hiyuchinari-san.
そうなんですよ。まさにお袋の味って感じで。でも色が地味なせいかな。親戚のみんな昆布巻きに手をつけないんですよね。
Well, that just means more for you, then.
いっつも私だけもりもり食べてます。
Probably why she made you so much.
私の胃袋がもっと大きければ全部食べるんですけど、あ、先輩も無理しないでくださいね。食べきれないなら持って帰るので。
Actually, I'm starving. I could probably finish off the rest
ご
myself.
飯の支度中でした？台所に食材出してありましたけど。
No, I was trying to think of some new dishes for our menu.
うわ、真面目。
Well, not exactly. It's more like... Remember what I told you on Christmas about my soul?
はい、問題があるとか。
Yeah, apparently I'm unsatisfied with my current life. Honestly, I can't say I've consciously thought that myself, but because my soul isn't satisfied, it's been attracting butterflies. Brushing back her bangs, she gazes at me with her left eye.
先輩にはもやもや見えないですよ。
Thanks to Akuzuki-san's intervention, my soul is okay for the time being, but also my soul apparently absorbs these butterflies as well, so even if I were attracting them, you probably wouldn't see them. It's kind of cool that we get to talk to this about somebody that doesn't already know about him, right? Or doesn't at least already know about our situation. We're now just telling them. So in short, the tendency of my soul to absorb butterflies is the problem.
ああ、回収できなくなるからですか？私の目みたいに。
I don't know, she kind of struck me, and I feel like she got rid of a lot of them. I guess there's no need to tell about the whole rewinding time thing, or how God might kill me if I leave things the way they are. I don't want to spook her. Yeah, that's a little heavy. Anyway, since I need to resolve this problem, I've been giving it a lot of thought. Why exactly is my soul not
答
satisfied?
えは出ました？
Sort of. You know how our cafe's main pole is Renaissance baking,
で
right?
すね。大人気です。
Well, I wanted the other items on our menu to be just as popular as her stuff. That's why I tried coming up with some new dishes last time, and after I did, I saw lots of people on Instagram and such saying the food was great. But surprisingly, they fell short of her baked goods in terms of popularity. Oh, don't worry, it's not like I was depressed or anything. I knew I was doing my part to help the cafe. That was enough for me. That's what my problem was. I've only ever heard good things. Oh,
実際に厨
Trying to
房
read
の
her line.
柱だと思いますけど。
thanks, but that's not what I mean. The problem was, I was content with the status quo. I've just been, how do I say this, going with the flow. Telling myself that the cooking was fine, there was no hurry, that nothing had to change. But over Christmas, it occurred to me. Did customers ever wait in line for my cooking? Did they ever order my cooking in advance? The answer was no. That made me frustrated.
なるほど。わかりました。納得するふりはやめて、もう一度頑張ってみようと。
Yeah, pretty much. Gosh, my hair is doing wild things. That's just how it is. I kind of took a shower like right before I put the headset on, and that just messes with my hair. And it's also really long because I went on vacation and I forgot to get it cut before I left, so we've decided to stop accepting things the way they are. Yep, pretty much. I'm gonna pour everything I have into achieving my goal. That's what I've been lacking up until now. Shiki-san motivated me a lot as well. She's constantly thinking about ways to improve the cafe. So over New Year's, I decided to follow in her footsteps and come up with some new ideas of my own. At least that was the plan.
明暗が浮かんだって感じじゃないで。
Unfortunately not. Turns out it's pretty hard to come up with a new dish.
うーん
True.
必要なの新メニューですかね。あ、すみません、生意気に。
No. Finish that thought. Finish that thought.
ですね。私ずっと水泳やってたので、行き詰まる気持ちみたいなのはわかるんです。
Frick, I totally forgot about that. That's why she always has like this tan, right?
タイムが伸びないと状況を一発で打開してくれる魔法を探しちゃうんですけど、結局基礎をみっちり鍛え直すしかなくて。
Yeah, you just need to, get stronger, get faster. There's no secret to it, right? See what you're saying, my skills might be improving little by little since I work in the kitchen every day, but still.
鈴音さんはプロですからね。基礎から差があるのは仕方ないです。そんな人と肩を並べるには。
But since there are no magic tricks, rather than trying to brainstorm new dishes, it'd be more constructive in the long run to work on the dishes already in my repertoire. Is that what you're trying to say?
いいえ、先輩。それはスポーツの話ですよ。料理にはあるじゃないですか。魔法が。
Pretty much. Like, you could use a different spice, or just like a different technique. Adding a pinch of love.
それも大事だと思いますけど、違います。
I wish we could add a pinch of love to this relationship right now.
食材ですよ、先輩。
The ingredients. Oh.
大晦日みんなでお寿司食べたんですけど、やっぱり回転寿司とは違いますよね。回転寿司も美味しいんですけど、やっぱりちゃんとしたお寿司屋さんの方が臭みがなかったりして。
Yeah, for sure.
もちろん職人さんの技もあるんでしょうけど、食材の良し悪しで味って変わるじゃないですか、すごく。
I feel like a really good chef could make something out of really like kind of meh ingredients. But yeah, especially like if you get a really good chef and then he has really good ingredients, well, he or she, whoever it is, that would be even better. True, come to think of it, the only thing I've been trying to improve were my cooking techniques. I never thought about improving the actual ingredients themselves, thanks to you, Jinani-san.
お役に立てたなら嬉しいです。
So I'm not sure our little cafe has the means to acquire high-end
使っ
ingredients.
ているパスタを変えるとか結構効果ありそうじゃないですか。ラーメンでもスープ好きだけど麺はいまいちだなーってお店ありますもん。
I get that. I get that. Yeah, I don't know where we'd find a noodle maker who makes pasta, though.
ああ、そんな印象ありますね。いっそ手作りしちゃうとか。
Yeah, that's a good idea. Sounds like it'd sell pretty well, as long as it doesn't take too long to make, that is.
カルボナーラってベーコン使ってますよね。
Okay, please don't say that we should get our own pig farm.
ベーコン手作りしてみるのどうです？
No, we can't do that. That's too much work.
できますできます。で、私はやったことないですけど。
And I just couldn't do it. I couldn't see us killing a pig. Like, that's just... No, I can't do that.
前に動画で見たことあるんです。魔王の燻製講座。
Demon King Smoked Meat Workshop.
燻製機も手作りで大丈夫みたいで、私にもできそうって感じでした。
Oh, I guess she's talking about just like buying bacon and then preparing it in a certain way.
OK です。
Yuchidani-san does a bit of searching on her phone before placing it on the table. Then she taps the play button. The two of us appear at the screen watching it together. So that's where the crazy title comes from.
そうなんです。魔王が燻製のことを教えてくれる動画なんです。
A pretty funny video, I'll give it
で
that.
しょでしょ？私燻製なんてする気ないのに全部見ちゃいましたもん。
I can see why. The Stephen King guy is actually a pretty good teacher. The preparation looks like it takes some time, but it definitely seems easier than you'd expect.
今気がつきましたけど、いい素材に変えようって話なのに、ベーコン作りを提案する私ぶっ飛んでますね。
Yeah, I feel like making your own bacon's a little far. I do feel like giving it a try now, though, but whether or not it'll turn out well remains to be seen. Still, everything's an experience. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's give it a shot.
よかった、役に立てて。
You really did have some great suggestions. Thanks.
どういたしまして。燻製セット、手作り面倒なら通販でも買えますよ。前に調べました。
I just feel like this is a lot for like just a little cafe, though. I'll go look for one in person later. Don't want to wait for something to ship.
お、じゃあ今から行きましょう。
You have time?
はい、行きたいです。
Okay, then.
ああ。
Going on a date. Dang, how come we're always at the mall? Like, that is our go-to place. Luckily, we were able to find all the tools we're looking for in one place. For starters, we buy a small, relatively cheap pot-shaped smoker that would fit on my stove. Although the bacon isn't particularly complicated to make, it apparently needs to be cured for 1 week after being salted. As we're just starting out, we decided to go with cheese and sausages instead, which don't need to be cured.
これで揃いましたかね。楽しみ。
Dang, this is some dedication. We're buying stuff out of our own pocket for the cafe here. After returning home, I immediately began setting up the smoker on my stove. First, I have to cover the bottom of the smoker with wood chips.
どんな香りになるんだろう。桜でしたっけ？
Yep, Sakura smoked chips. If this goes well, I might try out some other smoked chips later. Next, I placed a wired mesh over the chips, then the cheese and sausages on top of that. Now to put on the lid and set it to high heat until it begins to smoke.
で、弱火にして10分ですね。めちゃくちゃ簡単ですね。
I mean, I'm not like a huge bacon fan, but that sounds kind of good. I always thought smoking meat was a lot more difficult. We keep our eyes on the smoker while we chat.
あ、煙出てきましたよ。
Now switch to low heat.
すでに香
I hope this isn't gonna make my room smell. It's pretty
りが。
strong.
窓を開けますか？
Yeah, I mean, do you usually smoke things indoors?
寒い。
Just bear with it.
はい。うわー、ドキドキしてきた。
Shivering from the cold, she keeps her eyes fixed on the smoker.
先輩、10分です。
Alright, let's open her up.
おー、チーズもソーセージも色変わってる。
Nice. Yet they're fully smoked through and through.
確かあれですよね。
Yeah, apparently that helps the smell mellow out a bit.
待てます？
Not a chance. Let's go ahead and eat.
ですよね。いただきます。
She picks up a piece of cheese, giving it a couple sniffs.
桜感は全然わかんないけど、とってもスモーキー。
Alright, Hyochidani-san. Hyochidani-san.
先輩、
It's the moment of truth.
いただきます。うまっ。
Never had anything like this before. This is incredible.
香りが口の中で爆発する。
Let's try the sausages
そうで
too.
すね、食べましょう。うまー。
Gosh. Oh, stop. You're making me hungry, game. Why do you have to do this? Stephen King was right. Smoked foods are something else.
私、ちょっと衝撃なんですけど。
I don't know, though. I'm probably more of a baked person rather than, like, smoking things or, like, grilling. I mean, not to say that they can't taste good, but, I don't know.
ベーコン作ったらこの香りがつくってことですよね。
Oh, yeah. Probably.
今まで食べてたベーコンはベーコンではなかった。
Is my whole life a lie? Talk about the stuff they sell at the supermarket. That's just plain old ham.
でもカフェで使ってるのはそれじゃないですよね。
Yeah, we use the real stuff, but it definitely doesn't smell anywhere near as good as this. Once we start making our own bacon, though, we might just discover a whole new world of flavor.
やばー。これ食べさせたい。他の人にも食べてもらいたい。
Nice. I wonder if Suzune-san's home. Maybe she's still at her parents' house.
同じマンションなんですよね。呼びます呼びます。
She pulls out her phone, tapping away furiously. Before long, the doorbell rings. Hyochidani-san goes to answer the door and returns to Suzune-san in tow, who's holding a can of beer.
なに急に来いって。
Of course, she's drinking a beer.
飲んでました？飲んでたよ。朝から飲んでた。
Are you okay there, Suzune-san? Drinking from the moment you woke up. I'm a little concerned about you. She walks up to the smoker and peers inside. Perhaps because she's slightly drunk, she picks up a piece of cheese without the slightest hesitation against a nibble on it.
どうです？
なにこれ、めちゃくちゃ美味しいじゃん。
ですよねですよね。衝撃ですよね。
あー、これいいわ。ビールに。
This goes great with cold beer.
何作ったの？
Yep, we were wondering if we could use this to improve the cafe menu somehow.
研究してたんだ。
ベーコン作ってみようって話してたんです。
ベーコン？
Yeah, but it's actually easier to make than you'd think. It takes quite a while since you have to let it sit for a week after you salt it, but that's pretty much about it.
香りの強い自家製ベーコン使ったらめっちゃ美味しくなると思うんです。カルボナーラ。
That's the
それ
plan.
こそ名物になっちゃうくらいに。
確かにこれは美味しいけど。ベーコン？
That's right.
自信ある？
Oh gosh, we got the expert here. Now she's gonna be like, are you sure about this? You know, do you think you can do it?
1週間寝かせるって言ったよね。それ大丈夫なの？痛まない？
Well, it'll be covered with salt,
大
so...
丈夫って言い切れる？絶対？自信を持ってお客さんに出せる？
I can't answer. After all, I've never done this before. I can't... Of course, I can't say anything for certain.
まあ、塩漬けなんだから、ほぼほぼ大丈夫なんだろうけどね。でも、食中毒なんて出しちゃったら、一発アウトだよ。
Oh my gosh, she'll be fine. I've gone to restaurants and had crappy food that made me sick. Like, you'll be fine. I never said anything.
絶対に大丈夫って自信がないなら、おすすめしない。
Now that you mention it, our customers would probably be a little hesitant to eat smoked meat made by an amateur.
神経質な指摘ではあるけどね。でもそうじゃないと、お客さんに料理なんて提供できない。
すみません。私無責任な提案しちゃって。
Oh my gosh, that's fine. We just gotta, like, learn to perfect it before we do it, you know? Without you, I never would have even thought about using a smoker. It was a great idea to make our own bacon. I'm sure the smokiness would have taken our carbonara to the next level. Smokiness.
何か思いついた？
As long as there aren't any food safety issues, you said you'd be okay with our idea, right?
だね。お客さんに安心して食べてもらえるなら問題なし。
There's something I want to try. Could you stay here and wait for a little
いいよ。
while?
飲みながら待ってる。
Gosh. Suzune-san's just doing a little bit of day drinking here.
手伝います。
I mean, it looks like it's probably, getting later in the day. I can't tell if that's early morning in the background or if that's supposed to be like late in the day. I feel like it's late, but no, that's okay. I just want this to be a surprise for you too. Here, Chidani-san. Just wait over there with Suzune-san. After ushering them out of the kitchen, I alone remain. All right, let's do this. Yeah, it is pretty late.
ビールなくなっちゃった。
Yeah, how much have you had today?
お
Gosh.
茶飲みますか？これまだ口つけてないですよ。もらおうかな。この昆布巻き美味しいね。おばあちゃんに伝えておきます。いっぱい食べてください。おーい、昴生まだ？昆布巻きでお腹いっぱいになっちゃうよ。
Sorry for the way I just finished now. I carried 2 small plates over to the table. What I've been making, of course, was carbonara.
見た目は普通だけど、何か燻製したんですよね。
You'll see. Go ahead and try it. I place a fork in front of each of my guests. Now to see what they think.
それじゃあ、いただきます。いただきます。お？いつもと風味が違うね。噛んでるとふわっと香る。ベーコンじゃないですよね。
Let's see. What would he have smoked?
野菜でもなさそうだけど。何したの？
It's the black pepper. That's what I smoked.
ああ、具材じゃなくてそっち。
Oh, that's not a bad idea. I like it. Yeah, in a way, black pepper is actually the main ingredient in carbonara. That's where the name of the dish comes from, in fact.
炭焼きって意味だっけ？ブラックペッパーいっぱいかけて真っ黒になるから。
Exactly. I was contemplating whether or not to smoke the salt, but I thought that would change the flavor too much. So I decided to smoke the pepper instead. That way it adds a nice kick without destroying the balance of the dish.
ほんと、いいアクセントになってると思うよ。味付けは変えてないはずなのに、奥行きのある味わいになってる。
Nice.
美味しいです、これ。本場の味って感じします。本場のカルボナーラ知らないですけど。
Not like I know what that tastes like anyways. I do like I only finished smoking the pepper, so the smell might be a little harsh. But as long as I let it sit for a while, it should disappear. Then all I need to do is mix it with some regular black pepper to fine-tune the flavor.
バランス整えれば十分お店に出せるレベルだと思う。お世辞じゃなく美味しいよ。
Nice. It's got Suzune's approval.
ごちそうさまでした。
Wow, not even a crumb
ガ
left.
チで美味しかったです。本場の味的な。本場の味知らないですけど。
Really don't know what a lot of things taste like, but you seem to compare it to them a lot.
それさっきも言ってた。まあ気持ちはわかるけど。
I wasn't expecting this much of a reaction. I'm flattered.
本当美味しかったです。先輩天才ですね。
Oh, stop
姉
it.
さんが褒めまくってるから、あえてのダメ出しね。さっきも言ったけど、バランス調整は必要だね。
I know it's got a pretty strong flavor, so I'm gonna try letting it mellow overnight next time.
一人で悩むより、明日にでもみんなに食べてもらった方がいいかもね。
That's usually what we do, I feel like. So, we'll probably do that.
で、平均値を取るか、それともあえて癖を強調するかを決める。ああ、なるほど。思い切り尖らせた方が話題になるかもですね。そうすると、好きと嫌いでバッサリ分かれちゃうから、判断が難しいけどね。
Yeah, you definitely have to have it appeal to a lot of different people.
好きにやってみなよ。メニューに追加することは誰も反対しないと思うよ。
Alright, I'll give it a shot. And thanks to you, Chidani-san. I wouldn't have come up with this idea without you, so
い
thanks.
えいえ、私なんて思いつきで話してただけなので、先輩が天才なんですよ。これほんと最高です。
Thanks.
でった。燻製チーズとソーセージ追加してくれない？
Hey,
食べちゃった。
you just said you were almost full in the kelp. I wanted some too, you know.
あーやーくん。
Alright, fine.
先輩、私他の試してみたいです。
I feel like if you had no context of what we were doing right now, this line would be very interesting. Okay. I want to try smoking some other things too. I don't know, May. What have we been smoking here? What are we doing in the room? Sure, I'll rummage through my fridge and see what else we can toss in the smoker.
楽しみ。
That was a great line. I love it. Chidani-san and I head for the kitchen. Both of their reactions have been extremely positive. Let's hope the others feel the same way when they try it tomorrow.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。明けましておめでとうございます。今日から営業再開です。今年も頑張っていきましょう。よーし、張り切っていこうか。
You know it. Our first day back went by without a hitch. After closing, I explained to everyone what we discussed yesterday and asked them to sample my new carbonara. I divvied it up into small plates and placed them on the table.
胡椒を変えた。
Not much has changed. Not so much change as added a new twist. I tried smoking the pepper
見
first.
た目も香りも特に変化を感じないけれど。
You'll see once you try it.
それじゃあ、いただきます。
Akazuki-san, Shiki-san, and Nozomi are my three judges this evening. I watched them with bated breath as the three of them bring forkfuls of pasta into their mouth.
本当ですね。確かに違います。
My wife let the cat in. You want to appear at me? She's just staring at me. Oh, you're right. It does taste different.
燻製の風味がふわっと。すごい、こんなに変わるんだ。
燻製って自分でしたの？
Yep, it's Chidani-san's idea.
いやいや、ブラックペッパーを燻製しようってひらめいたのは、私ベーコン作りましょうって言っただけですもん。
そっか。年末年始にメニューの改善を。その真剣な姿勢、素直に頭が下がる。
Nice. Natsume is, complimenting us. That's pretty rare. Thanks. How do you think it tastes?
美味しいですね。味に深みが増したように感じました。私も美味しかったよ。お客さんも喜んでくれそう。
Nice.
美味しいのは美味しいんだけど。
But what?
燻製の独特な風味が加わって大人の味になったなって。決していまいちではないけれど、完全に個人的な好み。
So you think it's good, but not your taste.
私は普通のカルボナーラの方が好きかも。だから新メニューに加えるのは賛成だけど、こっちに変えてしまうのは反対。
I wonder if we can make it like an optional thing.
燻製にしたブラックペッパーを仕上げにかけてるんだよね。だったら普通のカルボナーラに燻製ブラックペッパーを添えるのはどうでしょう。
Yeah, we could do
お
that.
好きにどうぞという形で。
それだとどれくらい用意すればいいか読めなくない？たくさん使うお客様もいるだろうし。
牛飯のお店で特製七味をそういう風に提供してたけど、ちょっと前から小分けにして出されるようになったね。
I mean, we could do it like kind of Olive Garden style, like just say when, like ask them if they would like some of the extra pepper, you know?
お好きにってやっちゃうと信じられない量を使う客がいて採算取れないのかも。
Yeah.
ああ、そっか。カルボナーラの別バージョンとしてメニューに追加すると。
Alright, so I have all the judges' approval.
はい、ぜひ追加するべきだと。私も賛成です。
私も。
帝さんはいかがですか？
先ほど夏目が大人の味と言っていたが、コーヒーや紅茶を求めてくる客は多い。話を聞く限り、客の好みとも合致しているだろう。
Nice.
よって私も賛成だ。
Alright, let's do it.
やりましたね、先輩。
Chidani-san and I give each other a high five. My palm stings a little, but I rather enjoyed the sensation.
ところで、燻製はどうするつもりだ？
I was just gonna do it at home,
経
actually.
費の問題もある。自宅での作業は推奨できんな。
I guess that's
そ
true.
のあたりの話を詰めよう。時間はあるか？
Yeah, let's do it.
では、我々は解散ということで、お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様。
お疲れ様。
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely like cook the food at the restaurant. I feel like that's kind of weird if you're doing it at home. After talking things over with Mikado, I leave the cafe.
先輩、
Huh? Chidani-san.
お疲れ様です。
What are you still doing here?
終わるの待ってました。
Well, yeah, we gotta walk her home. Could have waited outside.
邪魔になるかなって。 勝手に待っておいてなんですけど、送ってもらってもいいですか？
Alright, let's do it.
新メニュー追加決定おめでとうございます。
Thank you. Well, you helped with
いえ
that.
いえ、先輩の力ですって。
No, it's all thanks to you. I never would have come up with this idea on my own. Seriously, thank you. I'm really grateful. This might sound kind of melodramatic, but I think I've gained a little more confidence in myself now.
照れますね。私も、はい、大げさに聞こえるかもですけど、先輩が左目に気づいてくれて、すごく救われたんです。気持ちが軽くなりました。
Well, good. I'm glad we could
だ
help.
から恩返しのためにも先輩の力になれたらな、少しでも役に立てたなら嬉しいです。
Nice. Wasn't small at all. You were a big help. I was hoping to do something like this before I had to deal with my exam, so I'm glad it all went well.
試験あるんですね。
At the end of the month, yeah.
じゃあシフトを減らします？
No, I'll be working the same as usual. I'll do fine as long as I pay attention in class. And I can always study after work, too.
先輩って結構優等生ですよね。
I don't know about that. I'm just the sort of guy who hates procrastinating. Freaking, I wish that was me.
怠けないってことですよね。十分すごいと思います。
Yeah, that is pretty commendable. I'll say that. No, trust me, I can be pretty lazy when I
で
want.
も私の前ではそういうところを見せないしっかりした先輩ですよ。
Going back to what I talked about earlier, find someone who brings out the best in you, okay? This is what's going on. May brings out the best in him. Okay, she, stop flattering me. It's gonna go to my head.
わかりました。じゃあ先輩、
Good night, and sorry you had to wait for me.
おめでとうございますって言いたくて勝手に待ってただけなので、それじゃまた明日。
Well, thank you, May. We'll see you tomorrow.
そっか、試験。
Uh-oh. What if she's worried about her exams? Might have to help her study again.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Sweet, sweet chocolate for you, huh? Alright, guys. Going to end the video here because we're about at the hour mark, and it seems like we got a lot done. Got to go on a few little dates with May. I mean, we didn't call it that, but that's pretty much what it was. So I'm gonna take it, you know? I'll take it as it is. Really liked a lot of things that happened this episode. Seems like we're working together. We're making new things to the cafe. Still, like, kind of solving some stuff about the butterflies. Not really so much this episode as last episode, but it's been good. I'm excited to see where it's going. Hopefully, we'll continue to work on our relationship next episode. I'm waiting for them to just finally seal the deal. Okay, you know, obviously there's some chemistry. Obviously, they're gonna end up together. But like I said, it is supposed to be a slow burn. So hopefully we'll get into it slowly as her route goes on. Excited to see how they end up doing it. But for now, guys, I hope you have a good one. I'll see you in the next episode.